Hey guys, let's put together this pretty 3-tier cake and matching smash cake. So here I have a 10-inch cake and it's about 6.5 inches tall. And I'm just adding some lavender buttercream that I made, and I'm just cleaning up the top here. And I'm using the smooth cake comb from Ester Cakes. I'll put the link in the description. Here I have some white-ish flowers that I was able to find at my local grocery store. Sometimes they don't have the colors that I want, so what I do is I just dust them with an edible petal dust. Now you might be wondering, well, why are you using edible petal dust if you can't eat the rose? Well, this is all I have. I know that it works, so this is what I'm going to use. So for the center, I use a little bit of a darker pink, and then for the petals, I use a lighter pink, and I just brush it all around my rose, and it does come out really pretty. I do the centers first, and then I do the outside, and it is helpful if you put a piece of parchment paper underneath so that you can easily pick up any of the petal dust that falls off of your flower while you're dusting it. So here's what it should look like when you're done, and do you see the difference here? Now I have myself some pink roses for this cake. Right now I'm working on the top tier. This is a 5-inch cake, and this one's also about 6.5 inches tall. I'm just adding some pink buttercream, and I'm smoothing it again with the smooth cake comb from Ester Cakes. It's my favorite. And then after that, I'm going to be moving on to the middle tier. This is an 8-inch. Same height as the other two, 6 or 6.5 inches tall, and I'm adding my white buttercream, cleaning it up with the smooth cake comb. And once it's absolutely perfect, I pop that in the fridge, and then I can pull out my bottom tier, which is that big lavender cake, and I'm adding my edible glue to the very bottom, and then I'm adding a border that I made with fondant, and I just painted it gold. I use the edible gold bling highlighter from Pepsi Cakes. I will put a link in the description with a coupon code. So now I'm getting ready to stack the middle tier on top of the bottom. So I am inserting some thick boba straws, or some people call them bubble tea straws, and I'm adding them to the bottom. I push them in, and I add some buttercream so that the two cakes right now can stick together. Oopsie, kind of messed that up. Just fix it with some buttercream and not a problem. And then I'm adding more dowels to that middle tier because it has to support the top tier. And I'm just adding a cute little pearl border, and this one is just made from a mold. You just add your fondant and then you pull it out and it looks like little pearls, and I'm adding it to that middle tier with my edible glue. And I'm going to stack the top tier on top and clean up any little mistakes that I made, and I added a gold border on the top as well. And here's the little smash cake that I made. I'm just adding a little gold border to the bottom, and I added that 3 topper that I made out of fondant, and then I painted it with that same beautiful gold. So the smash cake and the big cake all are going to match, and I wanted to make a nice like flowing of the sprinkles. I'm using Bakery Bling gold edible sanding sugar. It's really pretty on the cake. And then I just added some big gold dragees and some handmade butterflies, and those were from gum paste, and I painted them the same gold. And right now I'm adding my roses, and the stems have been wrapped with floral tape before inserting. And for the big cake, I painted my edible glue in the shape that I want these sprinkles to go. And as you can see here, I'm pouring the sprinkles, and then I hold a small piece of my Zenlogy parchment paper underneath, and it's just to kind of catch any sprinkles that want to fall down. Of course, some did fall down, but it caught the majority of them, so that was fabulous. So I add all of these sprinkles and draggies. I'm trying to make it like a flowing motion. This is a fairy theme. I wanted to look really magical. I added some gold draggies. I also got those from Pepsi Cakes, and I did add a few gold stars because the little girl's name is Estrella, which means star in Spanish. I wrapped the roses stems with floral tape, and then I inserted them into the cake. And I took the real leaves from the roses and I did paint them with the edible gold blink highlighter. It just looks really great, and it looks better than a fondant leaf next to these real roses. So I hope you guys enjoy how this cake came out. And here's the big cake and the smash cake. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe.